being honest. All right, we out here staying connected with Sister Teen again. I was in the process of telling you, and I'm going to continue telling you before we even talk, that it looks good on you.
Thank you.
From when you hold your head down and you're going through your desperational times. I love seeing when you lift your head up and you're back in your inspirational times.
Oh, thank you.
It's a beautiful shine, and it works through me, and it works through other people.
Thank you.
All right?
Yes.
So you were telling me about how class said leave everything outside.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love so at first I was an inpatient, and that's staying inside the hospital for a determined amount of time. And then once you're medically detoxed and your mental is stabilized, you'll step down to something called PHP, which is partial hospitalization participation.
Okay.
And essentially you go to a class from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m., Monday through Friday. And my instructor is just a joy. And
the lady?
Yes, Chrissy. Yeah, and I love that every morning she say, when you walk in here, leave everything else out there. And to someone who is usually so strong, whether I want to be or not, and so independent and a giver and someone who always does for others and don't really take care of myself.
Right.
Just having that permission just sets the continuation of my day.
Right.
My day is made great every time I participate in my morning prayer. That's at 7. And then I'm able to play some nice music in the house, jazz or gospel or Kim. I like me some Kim or Anthony Hamilton.
Those are my two top
Yeah.
artists. Brian McKnight and Johnny.
Yeah.
Peaceful, soulful voices.
Yes.
And a lot of these people have a testimony.
Exactly.
You know Kim's testimony.
No.
He was homeless.
Oh, really?
He
I didn't know
He
that.
wrote his first album in the back of his car.
Oh, that's what's up.
When he didn't have money to buy drugs.
Okay.
He was right. And look where it got him.
Okay.
Consistency pays off.
Yes.
This is why I say I take consistency over loyalty. I
Mm.
love loyalty. Don't get me wrong. But people are loyal. You can be loyal to a dog until it's gone. Loyal to a job until it's over. But that consistency. See, I deal with you on a regular basis. Even if you fucked up, as long as you consistently fucked up.
Right.
I know how to handle you.
Right.
But if you're good, and I know how to handle you, just I'm off and on people that I can't take.
Yeah.
Because then it confuses me.
Yeah.
But you get loyalty behind being consistent. Just
That's a new perspective. I gotta
well,
consider
well,
that.
let me give you another one, team. Loyalty. You hear it a lot.
I gotta get my note tablet.
you hear it a lot, but just because a person do a true act doesn't make them a true person. You can have my back in the club, don't mean you won't try to sleep with my girl behind my back.
Oh.
You gotta be consistent in order to earn my hand fully and for me to give you the word loyal.
Right.
He's loyal, she's loyal. I need to see consistency.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
But
like
I want to know what that ride looks like on the way home from your AA, because I know one of your big things we always talk about is your triggers. You know, triggers get you.
Yeah. Well, what I'm talking about right now isn't for AA. This is for my mental health.
For your mental.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
But what does that ride look like? And let me finish. What does that ride look like on the way home? Because we have a trigger on every corner. I can tell you, I deal with that with the other young lady that every corner, it's a conversation. I go by, she say, I'm thirsty. I know what that means.
Right.
I want to drink.
Right.
How does that look? Because see, nobody's with you at this point.
Right.
No AA in A, no husband.
Right.
No brother Dez.
Right.
Nobody's with you. How does that look for Tina and her muscles?
Right. It depends on my mood. And I know what I use alcohol for.
Mm-hmm.
I know my problems are going to be there when I wake up, when I sober up, whatever. That is never the reason why I drink.
Right.
When I drink, it's because I need to check out.
Okay. When you say that, what you
I need to disconnect from the trauma, the troubles, the bull, the triggers. I need to just check out, and I feel that I'm not able to be left alone until I check out.
You feel like you not able to be left alone?
Yeah, like the attacks of the world or the attacks from people.
So when you feel like that, team, do you utilize your people? Do you reach out? And I'm not talking about just to hubby, because we know how hubby stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and his walk is different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that that's a trigger too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I love Brother Hubby.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Hubby,
gonna say his name,
like
brother.
that.
I love Brother Hubby.
Brother Hubby.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a trigger for you too.
Yeah.
Do you have a go-to person? Do you have a
I
sober
do.
buddy?
I did have a sponsor.
Okay.
But she's not a sponsor any longer.
Well, you got me.
Because you don't know alcohol, though.
I do know alcohol. Trust me. Go ahead.
Okay. Well. Okay. I didn't know that you knew alcohol, but even still, we can't be sponsor buddies because they don't encourage men and women.
Know that outside of sponsorship, what sponsorship really is, and you can have an olive branch of sponsors, of people who care for you. Say if hubby stopped.
Yeah.
And he put his bottle down.
Yeah.
Now he can sponsor you. He's a sponsor as well as someone who's in an organization.
Right.
We all are sponsorships, and you're right. Male and female's not good in this.
Yeah.
But sometimes in reality, we need each other's opinions and views, because I need sometimes your opinion.
Yeah.
I need your views, and I call you for it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
that level, yes.
Yeah.
On that level, yes.
So don't think because one person of
Right.
an organization is not there for you
Right.
that you don't have branches you can grab onto.
Right.
Because you do.
True.
I
Absolutely.
tell you all the time, and I say this when you ride by these stores, I wanted to know what it looked like for you, because when those thoughts come in play, I want you to be able to feel comfortable with going to your go-to people.
Right. Right.
And you don't have to letterhead as a sponsor.
Right.
Grab a branch so you don't fall.
Exactly. I like that.
That's all.
Right.
Utilize us as a branch.
Right. I
Let's
like
take
that.
the word sponsor out, okay?
Yeah.
We're all branches.
Yeah. I like that.
To hold you up on this
My
tree.
olive branches.
We got you, baby.
I
So,
like that.
Outside of that,
I like that.
how is that trigger working at home?
I'm
And
good.
talk to me, team, because this is how we detox this out of us.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I have over 90 some bottles of bourbon at my disposal. I have my own liquor store in my basement.
Okay.
And so it goes back again to how I'm dealing with my mental and how I'm dealing with my stresses and whatnot. So, I mean, I can go downstairs, watch TV, and watch a movie in the He-Man Club, and
not even touch it.
ain't even like it's there.
Yeah.
It ain't even like it's there. Now, some days when I'm like,
the mental state going on.
and I just need something, then I'll be like, okay, prayer, okay, get outside, okay, read a book, okay. I don't do that calling.
Go be around somebody.
I don't have a lot of people.
Well, let me tell you, Tina, I'm going to tell you why I say that. And this tool may not work for everybody. Okay, because you say if a book and doing something secluded still puts you in a pampering alcohol situation. Yeah. It just moved from one room to the next. Yeah. That's all that did. But reaching out to people and somebody who may either understand the situation, know what you're going through, or just gives a shit.
Right.
Can talk you down off that tree that we was talking about and put you on another branch, right?
Right.
So when you say, I don't call these people, this is what worries me. What worries me is that you tell me, I only go off of what you tell me, your triggers are, and things that send you in a relapse behind the mental. And I see you moving the problem from one room to the next and not calling the people. Calling the people will give you something different because nothing has changed, right? It's a battle still. You're getting better, but you're still in the same avenue of setting yourself up to relapse.
Right.
You're strong to watch a movie in the man cave around the alcohol. But when the mental comes in, it changes the game.
Right.
But if you don't have someone to talk you down, you're just going to think about it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you're going to start thinking about how, we go back to our thinking errors. I always tell people to pull up the thinking errors. There's 25 of them. You start minimizing the situation. How can I do this without no one knowing? How can I do this and get away? We go back to integrity now because nobody's watching. It's just me here.
Right.
Hubby drinks, so he cool.
Right.
He gonna love you regardless.
Right.
But now it's time to love yourself when you're in that situation. Now, I don't know if the program teaches you that, and this is why I always, when I facilitated in a class, I always told people it's an individual thing like this, not a group thing. I never had a module. I tore it up because everybody had different thoughts and different situations and different plans.
Right.
And sometimes it may take longer with some people.
Right.
Class is over at 3, whatever the case may be. Some people still need more time.
Right. Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So I dedicate that. But I want you to start trying to utilize people because I believe it's going to help you and talk you down that tree. Not so much social media when you're going through that state because you're giving a recorded documented statement of your pain. And all you're doing is pampering that pain. Whenever you go to that page and you see it. Whenever somebody else go to it or you see when you got past it and you see them somewhere and they remind you of that posting, it's just taking you back, taking that Band-Aid off.
What kind of disorder?
But it's keeping you, my sister, there.
Yeah. I don't
So
go
this
back.
is why.
Right.
This is why I want to keep
seeing
this fruit that I see in you now.
Right. I don't go back and look at my videos. My platform on Facebook is that I live out loud to give a voice to those who are suffering in silence. So the suffering that I show is healing for me, and I know that it's helping for others. To your point, what I likely have an opportunity to do more of is to show more of this, because it's easy for me to show this. So I'll take that into consideration, but I don't replay the hurt or none of that stuff. It's just living out loud.
I challenge you.
What's that?
I'll challenge you the next time you have a mental thought to pick the phone up and say, Brother Des, I'm thinking about, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to give the phone to somebody else. But I challenge you the next time.
What would be the reason?
The reason is to see if it works, because you just said I haven't done that. And in order to get something different to change in your life, you have to try different things.
Right, but there needs to be a bridge for, that's my platform, which is helping others.
No, I'm talking about you. When you go through home.
Yeah. I could like be on the phone with somebody and still doing my live or whatever just to show how I cope or something like that.
Right.
But I'm not going to stop living out loud. I'm
never going to tell you to stop doing that.
Okay.
I'm not. That's not what I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm hearing.
No, I'm telling you, don't take your pain loud. All your pain loud, because you don't have as much pain as you think you got. Give a lot of this, so it'll override the pain.
I agree.
It's going to make people follow you more.
Right.
If you see the pain all the time, they're going to hug you. Your likes and views and all that is great. But to heal,
right,
you got to show the healing. Because guess what's going to happen after so long? When you tear that Band-Aid off, it's not going to be a scar. You ain't even got a story no more. When it blend in, now what?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So until it heals, don't keep it. Don't let it get infected.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just don't let it get infected, sister. This right here is it. Your DMs, I got so many DMs about challenges that you're fighting through.
Oh, wow.
From folks. They're not saying a whole lot of nothing,
Yeah.
but anything is something. Lets you know they're looking.
Yeah.
They don't always, and they all don't have to subscribe. I want everybody to know that I don't do this for likes and subscribe. This is a project that's for real, that I stand 10 toes down on.
Right.
Because it's about sobriety and it's about staying alive.
Yes.
I'm not telling people to stop doing what they're doing.
Right.
It's how you do it.
Exactly.
I'm not knocking people who drink sociably.
Right.
I'm not knocking people who have a marijuana card.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
Mary Jane, the only woman that don't talk back. So I don't knock people for doing that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't about what you do. It's how you do it, and think about who's watching you.
Right.
Because our kids don't take our advice, but they will follow our examples. And that's all I'm saying. And some people be out here all twisted with it because it changes our thoughts. And it goes back to the thinking errors. It's 25 thinking errors. When I first read the thinking errors, I was guilty of 23.
Nice.
I'm still guilty at least 5 or 6 of them from time to time, and I allow my family to point that out to me. That's my live out loud. Dad, that's a thinking error. Dang, you're right. All right, let me fix my hat. Because they say it started at home. And I don't want to go outside with a crooked hat.
Right.
I want it to be right.
Right.
That's why I say, don't pamper the problem.
Right.
We'll fix it and we'll talk about the juice.
Right.
Like looking at you now.
Right.
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Your eyes aren't black under them. They're not puffy.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Your smile is genuine. And that's good. So I could tell this project is working.
Yeah.
But this wasn't for me to just talk and minister. I wanted to know what that ride looks like.
Yeah.
You know, when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's what concerns me when I don't talk to you.
Everything comes down to mood.
Everything comes down to mood.
Everything comes down to mood. If I'm happy, if I'm troubled, if I'm triggered, if I'm contemplating relapse, if I'm strong, if I'm, having a solid day. And I do have solid days.
What's a solid day for you?
Waking up after a nice sleep, having some coffee, chilling with my husband, my dogs, having my morning prayer, starting my day.
So, give me something good that you took away from this AA class, that you're taking away from it, that you can share with your sisters who are watching you, because you have a following.
Right. What I would say from a mental health standpoint, because it's a mental health class, what I would say from a mental health standpoint is to learn about the different feelings. And that may sound weird, but I'm learning that I have feelings that I really don't know how to articulate. And by me not knowing, to be like, oh, I'm feeling this. And as a result, I'm thinking this. And as a result, I'm going to do this. So just to understand your emotions, to be able to name what it is that you're feeling. And once you can name what you're feeling, you can address it. You can ask for help, or you can examine yourself. And you can even say, I don't even know what to do with this.
Yeah.
So that is the main thing that I'm learning.
Okay.
That identifying my emotions and establishing boundaries.
Will you take the time? I don't care if it's on a toilet. Will you take the time to pull up the thinking errors for me?
Yes, I made a note.
I am going to print them out, but I'm going to print them out in templates.
Okay.
Where it's not the whole paragraph of each. Like they got, like the first one start off with lying, fronting, minimizing the situation, blaming others. I'm not going to put the whole thing. I'm just going to put the words, and then let people take it from there.
Okay.
Because we know what those words mean.
Yeah.
We know what lying means. We know what fronting means. We know what minimizing the situation. Oh, I wouldn't have did that if you wouldn't have did that.
Right.
Don't matter, brother. You did it.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That stand on it.
Taking control of your actions, being accountable
Taking
for your
accountability.
actions.
That's right.
Yes.
So before we get up out of here, go ahead and give somebody some advice on what you got this week.
The advice that I will have to give is take 2. Take 2 minutes to do something. Take 2 minutes to do something new. Take 2 minutes to do something different. And set the timer. And just do it. Put a stake in the ground and do it. That is my challenge for myself.
That's it.
Take 2 minutes.
And that's the advice that she shared with you guys, too. So we out here staying connected, Brother Dez. Let's go.